Hello and welcome back to Valkyria Chronicles. Why does my brain do that? It just goes blank every so often and I can't remember what game I'm playing. Right, Largo. Flank this SOB. You want to fight Gallian Lancers? You'll be fine fighting us because apparently we can't aim worth toffee. Okay. Let's try that again. Rosina. Move up. Right in the back. Thank you. Weak spot for massive damage. Given that Largo's meant to be our chief lancer, that was kind of terrible on your part, Largo. Catherine. Full zoom. Catherine, you've kind of not been terribly good this mission. And I'm going to give you another shot. Let's see if you can actually kill someone this time. Yeah, she's doing a lot of wounding at the moment, but not a lot of killing. Oh well. Right. Okay, so we've got Shock Trooper dug in there. That's fine, that's what the Edelweiss for. So by my count, they've now got absolutely nothing left that can... I love the fact you can run them over. It basically doesn't really do much damage. In fact, I don't think it does any. But it is quite useful for taking out their cover. And never underestimate the value of smashing the enemy's cover. Rosie, you're heading up the side of this building. That gets you into an excellent position to, well, shoot this guy in the back. Must have really good body armor to take that kind of fire and be okay. But, ain't no stopping me. And she's strong-willed, which is useful. Pretty sure she gains that for basically just sprinting straight into enemy fire. So we have 5 enemies left. At least 2 of them can get dropped here by her. Down he goes. Because she's potentially vulnerable up there, but at the same time, you know, she's in a great position to shoot them, so it's a trade-off. Now, if she could lie down flat on top of that roof, the enemy would be totally screwed, but that would probably be a wee bit OP, so I'll let them off for not including it. We're the guys who are killing you. Very, very, very efficiently. Those 2 even attempt to flinch, and she'll put, you know, and she'll put a whole load of bullets right in their backs. That guy up there attempts to run. He's going to end up. Oh wow, she took all of 5 damage. And the engineer's going to try to shoot at her. And she took all of 3 damage. Oh, I feel almost bad for those guys. And if that guy had even tried to do anything, he'd have been in serious trouble. Because the tank would have shot him. Here we go. Instead, it's just going to run over his cover and then machine gun him in the face. Doing. All enemies down. Now, we still actually have to capture the flag, but that's fine, because Alicia, I'm not sure if she'll have the sprinting distance, but yes, I think she will. I wasn't sure if she'd have the distance or not, but if she didn't, I could have used the extra, you know, used another point of CP and brought her in at that, then she would definitely have had the distance. Fantastic work, people. No casualties.
Operation complete. We took their base.
Well, Not on our side, anyway. Only a C rank. Still, total of 4,800 XP and 7,840 DCT. So let's talk to Alette, the war correspondent. Actually, I'm just going to quickly save. Because I'm going to get into the habit of saving a lot, I suspect. Just in case it crashes. As I think that's the first crash I've ever seen, or it's the first one I can remember, but...
Hey there! You guys aren't with Squad 7 by any chance, are ya?
Yes, that's us.
Bingo!
Hello, Miss Narrator.
I've been looking for you. Meaning you, hot stuff, on the tank.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me,
That must make you Lieutenant Gunther, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, that's me.
See Daisy.
What? Hey, you can't...
Ah, nice
Bloody
to meet you,
reporters.
too. Now, let's get right to the questions. So, you're the son of the great General Gunther, huh? You look awfully young. How old are you anyway? This is your first war, huh? What's been the hardest experience so far? Wait, happiest. No, funniest. I'd also like to know hobbies, favorite foods, what you do on your days
Hey,
off.
lady! This is a combat zone.
Yeah, tone it down.
Excuse me, but what are you doing here anyway?
Hey, give me a break, will ya? Scoops are near danger, and I'm near scoops. That's right. The name's Elliot. I'm GBS Radio's top woman reporter.
Good for
I
you.
smell a story. A good story. And you guys are it.
So, you're a reporter?
Very good. I'm a reporter, yes. I've been assigned to Squad 7 to conduct a series of interviews. Thank
Oh,
you.
fun times.
Now, let's get back to those questions, shall we?
Don't try to argue with reporters, it's not worth it. Hello, Rosie.
Now he's giving interviews? Who does he think he is?
To be fair, he didn't have a lot of choice in the matter.
Ooh, look at him. Son of some big hero. Please. He's still a schoolboy.
No kidding. One little win and he's the new Grand Duke. Oh, I hate kids. Whatever. He'll learn soon enough.
Or he'll get killed.
Only one thing matters out there in the field, and that's experience.
Which is why he really shouldn't have Alicia as his sergeant. Because part of the job of a sergeant is to make sure that the lieutenant doesn't do anything too stupid. I'm not kidding, that's actually kind of part of their job, you know, because lieutenants, as a general rule of thumb, it's probably going to be one of their first, you know, deployments. So the sergeant's there to keep an eye on them. You know, because the sergeant will have a lot of experience, ideally.
Chapter 4, Operation Cloudburst.
New episode has been added, the personnel tab is now available, the weaponry tab is now available, the glossary tab is now available. Yes, they're all basically just information tabs. Castlefront Street is now available, the War Cemetery is now available. Okay. Yes, thank you. So we can actually go and... Again, I'm going to keep saving fairly regularly. So we want to go to tab select. I want to go to headquarters. Let's go into HQ is always a good idea. Now let's go to the training field, because we've got some XP to spend.
Welcome to your worst nightmare, maggots!
Yes, thank you.
Train all you want. I've got all day.
Well, I want to increase the shock troopers and the lancers, but I'm going to leave the others for now.
You're better than this. Push those limits.
Because the shock troopers and lancers are going to be the ones doing the majority of the damage and taking the majority of the fire. So they're the ones that I want to keep nice and leveled. Does that make sense?
Come back.
Okay, R&D facility. Okay, develop weapons. Look at the rifles. Anything new? Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing new there, nothing new there, nothing new there, nothing new there. It's fine. Have a look at the Edelweiss, body enhancements. So, let's get the barrel protector, which I couldn't afford last time. Anti-armor shell 1, so that's additional damage versus armor. Yes. And we probably ought to reinforce the body, but I'll leave it for now.
Come back again soon, bro.
But those upgrades are good to have, because that'll massively improve our damage against tanks. Right, War Cemetery. Visit the resting place of those who have fallen in battle.
Paying your respects? Sorry, I suppose that was a foolish question.
Just a tad.
Actually, no, sir. I'm not here visiting anyone in particular.
Oh, then might I ask what brings you to a place like this?
I find it sobering, standing here in front of all those who died in the last war. That and seeing this much death reminds me that humans are just another part of nature.
Very true. It's only human arrogance that lets us set ourselves above it.
Judging from your clothes, you're militia.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant Welkin Gunther. I'm in charge of Squad 7, Regiment 3.
Gunther. I see. Squad leader. Very impressive for a young man.
Thank you, sir.
Not at all, sir. I'm still woefully inexperienced.
But I have to turn with my own tank, so they couldn't really turn me down.
Wrong order for me, and my squad could wind up here. It's a huge responsibility.
You respect the weight of their lives. Here, let me teach you a special order.
An order, sir? I'm sorry. Who did you say you were?
Just a leftover from the last war. I'm afraid my orders require some experience.
Yes, you
though.
can spend XP with this guy to get extra
I can't in good
things.
faith teach them to those who lack the maturity to use them properly. Now, let's see.
But you do get some useful orders from this guy.
I'll teach you sniper support today.
Ooh.
Use it to request backup from allied snipers to snipe a single enemy target. Well, what is your decision?
Yes, have I got the XP to... No, I don't. That's annoying.
I see. I suppose it was too soon for you. I hope we'll meet again.
And he's probably going to offer...
Should you wish, you can likely find me here.
The odds are he'll offer us something different next time we see him. It's a pity, sniper support would be useful. Anyway. Read The Writing on the Wall, published regularly.
Hey, Lieutenant! Off duty today?
Yes, Miss Narrator.
Your timing's perfect.
Because in case you
Something
didn't
I wanna
realise,
show
the
you. Won't take but a minute.
the
Come on.
book that you're meant to be effectively reading from was written by her.
Ta-da! It's The Writing on the Wall, written and published by yours truly. Why do this when I already have a radio news gig, you say?
But I didn't,
I
but
could
sure.
leave it up to the print news guys, but they're all lapdogs. The government censors everything.
Well, there is a war on, that doesn't really surprise
Not
me.
just a little cut here and there. In some cases, they'll bend the harsh truth into candy-sweet propaganda.
Yes, governments do that a lot.
I'm so sick of it. I want to give my readers the truth. That includes the bad stuff, too. So, this is my brilliant plan. The writing on the wall.
I can respect that.
Some things are only possible in out-of-the-way spots like this, out of sight from those government goons. I'll keep this space filled with up-to-date, absolutely factual info. No censorship.
Why, thank you.
And your exploits will feature heavily, I'm sure. So yeah, come by and have a read sometime.
So yes, signs of the Gallian resistance. Interview coming on the 8th. Yep. So that's promising. Flames of War sweep Europa. And again, if you want to read those, you can.
And while you're here, I want to put a book out someday, right? To put the truth in the hands of the people.
Which is basically what we're reading.
But I'm just a radio news grunt, you know? I'll be paying for everything out of my own pocket.
Loose translation, please can I have some money?
So, I figured I'd ask you. Think you could find it in your wallet's heart to help a girl get started?
Speaking of needs for money, if you wish, please, if you want to donate to my Patreon, please do. You too can have a game, you too can choose a game for me to cover on this channel.
I'd make it worth your while. You guys could feature in the book I write. I still haven't decided what all I want to put in it, but I promise it'll be all about you. See this fat stack of notes? Got a ton of material already. So how about it? Call it an investment in the future rising star of authordom. Please.
Okay. So, Elliot Embedded. Piece on the members of Squad 7. Yes, we'll purchase the interview.
Thanks a million.
And the game's rather bad at telling you what that actually does.
I plan on putting out new editions periodically, so drop by to check it out often. Especially after you've made some headlines on the battlefield. That's the perfect time to strike.
Yeah. So I think what it actually does is it adds extra chapters to the book that are purely cinematic content, and it's extra stuff in between missions. Right, now, is it going to crash again? Because it was trying to leave, this place while recording that caused it to crash last time. So let's see. Turn to book mode. Okay, good. New reports have been added. Personal tabs have been updated. Page.
Report. Elliot Embedded.
So I've not actually seen these because the game's kind of terrible at telling you that they're there. So I didn't realise they were there on my first playthrough, so I haven't actually watched these before. Which at least does give me something new on this playthrough.
Squad 7 of Regiment 3. My first impression, good. Lieutenant Welkin Gunther, squad leader. Next in command, Sergeant Alicia Melchiot.
Who really should not be a sergeant, I'm sorry.
The lieutenant looks softer than I'd expect for the son of the late General Gunther. And her hometown is Brule, same as Gunther. Could be childhood friends. But if I'm lucky, they were childhood sweethearts. I'll just have to find out how close they are. Next on the list, Sergeant Largo Potter and Corporal Bridget Stark.
Don't call her that.
Oh, wait, that's right. Stark had a nickname. Gotta jot that down. Goes by Rosie.
Yeah.
There.
Don't call her Bridget.
Looks like those
You'll
two
regret
don't
it.
Trust Gunther much yet. That could be good. Could be really good.
Okay, that would be good for a story. It's not terribly good in an actual war.
Tank pilot Corporal Isara Gunther. Huh, she's the lieutenant's sister. Now that's strange. She looks Darkson to me. Wonder how that comes into the picture.
Adopted sister.
You couldn't ask for a more colorful crew than that, could you? Something tells me these guys are different than the usual troop somehow. Maybe my keen journalistic instincts?
Or maybe the fact that it's kind of obvious.
Well then...
I was going to say, I figured you'd grab that
the
pencil at
truth's
some
not gonna
point.
Uncover itself. Here I come, ready or not.
Ah, journalists. Largo and Rosie.
Oh, there's Sergeant Potter and Corporal Stark with him.
Don't call her that.
Hey, guys! Mind if I ask a few questions? It'll only take a second.
What? Like an interview? What do you want to go interviewing us for?
Aw, come on, big guy. I bet we'd make better topics than some rich kid.
And you get the impression those two have known each other a long time.
Wonderful. Let's start with you then, Largo. You fought in the first European War, right?
Yeah, I've been a soldier ever since, too. I'm what you'd call a seasoned warrior, see?
And why did you choose to stay in the force? Most people try to avoid the soldiering life.
It's an honest living, plus I got my reasons. Besides, I ain't the only one. Look at Elle.
Elle? Who's Elle?
Even Money says he's about to talk about his weapon.
If I had to guess, I'd say Eleanor
Nope.
Verrott. Captain Verrott, that is. 3rd Regiment. It seems you've got quite a history with her.
At least he wasn't talking about his anti-tank. Well, it's not really an anti-tank rifle. It's a sort of... I'm going to call it a rocket launcher because I don't have a better
There ain't no
equivalent.
details. Is this the trash you want to write about? Look, I'm a busy guy. I'm out of here.
Hey, Largo, wait up!
Oh, just let him go. We can have a little chat, just the 2 of us girls. So, Rosie. Can I call you Rosie? Beautiful name, by the way. Do you like flowers?
What?
I used to sing at a bar. It was hardly a flower patch, but my nickname there stuck. Tell you what, though. Some customers came from miles away just to hear me sing.
My. So why is a pretty young songbird with a voice as sweet as a rose so thorny towards Lieutenant Gunther and all those others?
Yeah.
I just ain't trusting my back to a stinking dark hair is all.
And yes, this is this world's version of racism. They hate people with black hair.
Traumatic past experience with the Darkson leave you bitter, maybe?
Think what you want. I got better things to do than sit around gabbing about him is all. You can put me down as allergic, yeah? Just chatting and I'm starting to feel sick.
Oh dear, racism. She gets better, I promise.
Bet she'd spill the beans if you got her riled up enough. Maybe next time. Still, a veteran carrying a torch for his captain and a Darkson-hating chanteuse? They may be cranky, but they're characters.
The episode has been added. Sarah.
Boo!
Oh, hello, Miss Ellett. How are you?
A little freaked out now. You didn't even bat an eye at that. You were staring at the sky pretty intently. Something up there we should know about?
Yeah, as long as it's not more incoming artillery.
I'd like to fly. Well, actually, I'd like to fly my brother.
What?
Fly your brother? Care to expound on that? You don't seem the type to have her head in the clouds. It's very romantic.
I believe myself to be quite logical, really. Too logical, perhaps.
Never over it. Yeah.
Okay.
Logic's
so
always
my
useful.
asking, how exactly are you and your brother related? Wait, let's leave that for now. How would you describe your brother as a person?
Welks is... objectively speaking, he can seem a little strange sometimes.
Yeah, no kidding.
I see. Although I'm a little unsure of what that means, coming from you.
But he is a very kind person, and loyal. Anytime my heritage brought me trouble, he was the first to come to my defense.
That's what family does.
Sounds like you really love him, huh?
I would say I respect him a great deal.
Gotcha. Sounds like you lucked out in the sibling department then.
Yes, very much so. That's why I'd like to give him the opportunity to fly.
I'm still not sure I follow that exactly, but we'll leave that for another day.
Because they obviously don't have aircraft in this world.
Thanks for your time. Next up, squad leader Gunther himself.
You know, and let's face it, air power can be pretty decisive in a war. You know, let's face it, the 2 reasons that Britain held out as long as it did,
Hello, hello! Are you ready for your
you know,
big
up until the
interview?
Nazis did something really stupid, was 1, we had the Channel, which basically meant they couldn't just roll over us on land like they did to everybody else in Europe. 2, we had the Royal Navy, who were and are one of the best navies in the world. And 3, we had the Royal Air Force, you know, who did a remarkable job under incredibly difficult circumstances.
Hello, Miss Ellett. Hard at work again, I see.
Didn't you already interview him before?
Oh, Alicia, I wanted to get in a chat with you today, too.
Wait, really? You're going to write an article about me?
Well, it's about the squad as a whole.
I can't say whether it'll make the paper, but I do have some questions for you. You've been at Lieutenant Gunther's side since you left Brule. Tell me what he's like.
Wait a minute. You want to interview me about him? Well, let's see. We only met just a few days ago, but he's a pretty interesting person. You never know what he's going to say next.
Yes, he's probably going to come out with some weird bug-related fact.
See? So, forget he's your boss for a second. What do you think of him as a guy?
She is a bit of a gossip monger, isn't she?
What? I've never really thought about it. I don't know.
Is that so? Well, Lieutenant Gunther, care to comment in her place? Lieutenant, where'd he go?
He's legged it if he's got any sense.
Huh? Oh, sorry. There was just this crazy-looking bug. I got distracted.
See what I mean? He's an interesting guy, if unpredictable.
No kidding. Now, Lieutenant Gunther, I have a couple of questions for you. First up, how do you feel about this war, as the son of a hero from the First European War?
Same as anybody else, I guess. I want it to be over. Are people looking at me as the son of a hero? Well, maybe I am, but I'm still just me.
Okay then, let's talk about you. What are you fighting for?
I feel like the present world is made up of things we've inherited from the past.
Very true.
We get life and a home from our parents, knowledge from our teachers. And not just the good stuff. Take prejudice against Darksons. That's learned behavior.
That it is.
Every creature out there is trying to pass things along to future generations. I want to pass on what I think is right. I'm fighting for the ability to do that.
Fairly noble goal.
Thank you very much. That's all I've got for you today.
Great. We're done? I want to get back to that fascinating insect again.
You really hit the nail on the head. He's as entertaining as he is unpredictable. I was planning on moving along to the next squad after interviewing everyone in Squad 7.
You've still got like 19 people left in it.
I think I'll stick around and learn a bit more about you Sevens, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Just try to stay out of the combat zones, for your own safety.
I'm not making any promises. I go where the scoop takes me. That's just how I roll.
Yes, but shooting things with a camera is no match for shooting things with a gun. So, you know, be a little bit careful. Right, that's probably a pretty good point to end this part. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next.